Hello, this is Ernest Burley Jr., your certified financial planner, your chartered financial consultant, your NFLPA registered player financial advisor, your investment advisor representative. I hold the Series 6, 63, and Series 7 securities licenses to manage portfolios. Also, author of 2 books on Money Management Easy as 1, 2, 3, and Money Management from Grade School to Grad School. Both of these books are being used by various organizations to teach financial principles to children, youth, and adults in various states, as a matter of fact. So I'm very, very happy and very humble by that. I appreciate it. And I ask that you contact Amazon, go online, just order up all the books on Amazon. So they have to just flood my publisher and get more books out there to the public, whether you be on the East Coast or the West Coast, North, South, wherever you are. I ask that you, buy those books and teach principles to children and adults from the books. If you want, I can sit in and help out with a course or some type of webinar or something like that. I'd be more than happy to do that. Okay. Also, I'm a licensed insurance agent with over 30 years experience in the industry. And I've been in business as a business owner for over 25 years, helping people in the financial services and insurance arena. I have clients all over the country, from the north to the south, from the east to the west. So state lines don't restrict Burley Insurance and Financial Services and Ernest Burley Jr. from helping people with various aspects of financial services and insurance. Okay. So I specialize in wealth management, like investing, portfolio management, things of that nature. Also asset protection, so protecting what you've accumulated, in addition to asset growth, so growing what you've already accumulated in a strategic and wise fashion. Also financial planning, whether it be basic financial plans or comprehensive financial plans. Insurance, all different types of insurance, whether it be life insurance, long-term care, auto, home, disability, church policies, contractors, professional liability, all different types of insurance. So we can help you out in those various areas, or give you advice, or answer any questions that you may have. Okay. The purpose of this podcast is to educate, to enlighten, to empower you with clear, objective, unbiased information so you can make some great decisions for yourself and for your family, for your church members, for your coworkers, for your cohorts, your acquaintances, just to get you some good information, because there's a lot of bad information rolling out there. So I like to get good information to people so you can make good decisions. Okay. So here we go. Today's podcast shouldn't take that long either. Today's podcast is titled Filing an Insurance Claim, How to Win. Now, I know it sounds kind of mundane, but I would venture to say most people watching this podcast have had to file some type of insurance claim. That's just the way of the world, right? So we're going to talk about it real quick, because you want to win. You want to know some tricks of the trade, so to speak, or some things you should do so you can come out on the winning end of filing an insurance claim. So the first thing I want to talk about is always tell the truth. Always tell the truth. That's the first thing. So insurance fraud is a crime. You know that? Insurance fraud is a crime. It's not just it's no big deal. No, insurance fraud is a crime. And insurance fraud means that a person has deceived an insurance company to collect money that they were not entitled to. That's insurance fraud. So you said something was stolen that wasn't stolen. That's insurance fraud, right? You say you're injured from an automobile accident. You're really not injured. That's insurance fraud. You're trying to collect money. You're deceiving an insurance company to collect money that you are not entitled to. Let's not get involved with that, because it is a crime. And a lot of those insurance fraud crimes are felonies. Felonies. You want to be a felon? Come on now. It's not worth it. Why risk having a record? Why risk being a felon? So that's the first thing we want to do. Tell the truth about your claim situation. So let's jump into auto accidents. If something happens regarding your automobile, first thing you want to do is make sure you exchange information at the scene. I can't tell you how many times clients have called and they didn't get the other person's information. Get their insurance information, get their name, get their phone number, get their email address, get all of their contact information, and definitely that insurance information, regardless of who's at fault. Just exchange insurance information at the scene while you're there. Don't go for the okey doke, someone saying, hey, I'll take care of it. My cousin or my brother, or I know someone who has a shop and they can. No. Don't go for that, because I've not seen that go over well yet, not once. Okay. Get the insurance information so you can file the claim if you need to. Get all that information. More information is better. Get the info. Many people do not do this. Don't leave the scene without getting that information, okay? The next thing you want to do is take photos. Take photos of every vehicle involved in the accident, the entire scene, close up, far back. Take as many pictures as you can. Also, I would do a video, just walk around with a video so you can show the actual ins and out of the particular accident, get it from every angle, right? So many people don't do this either. They don't take pictures of the scene. They don't do any videos. That can be helpful in your case, okay? So just make sure you do that type of stuff. Now, it's not as important with single car losses. A single car loss means you hit a tree or you didn't hit another vehicle, right? A single car loss in insurance terminology, it's a single vehicle involved, basically. You ran off into a guardrail or you hit a tree or you hit a pole. Still take pictures of that. But that's kind of clear cut. You're going to be at fault in that type of situation. But if another vehicle is involved or multiple vehicles are involved, you want to take pictures of the angles and what happened and how it happened and how everything ended up being at the end of that accident. Okay, so let's make sure we do that. Also, get information from any witnesses. Sometimes people were standing around and they saw what happened. Sometimes people pull off to the side to make sure everybody's okay. Get that person's information, the witness, their name, their phone number, their email address. Get their information too, because witnesses can lend some type of information to the investigation. So the more information you have, the better. Get all of that information. It's very important, okay? There you go. Now, like I said before, single car loss, not as important. You hit a tree. We all know the tree didn't run into the street and hit you, right? You hit the tree. But you can still take pictures of a single car claim, but definitely on multiple vehicles. If you hit another vehicle hits you, or multiple vehicles hit each other, you're involved in that accident, you want to take pictures, do a video, exchange information with everybody there regarding their insurance, their email, their phone number, their name, all that good stuff, okay? That's it for the auto accident for the most part. Now, home. Now, I'm not just going to limit it to home. So let's say home, a house, a condo, a renter, a business owner, like you're building, a landlord, a church. So property, basically, if you have a property type claim. First thing you want to do is make sure you file the claim timely. So insurance is normally involved, or it normally covers things that are sudden and accidental. Boom, it happened all of a sudden, right? An accident, one car hit another car, a home, a tree fell in the house, a fire happened, a pipe burst, something happened suddenly and accidentally. That's what normally insurance is going to take care of. So you don't want to have some water damage that now, initially it was just a stain, but now you let the water sit there for an extended period of time and there's rot. Most companies aren't going to cover rot. So make sure you file the claim timely so you don't get into a situation where that turns into a non-coverage situation. We don't want that to happen. So file the claim timely because you don't want to get into a situation where you may have, foregone coverage based on your delay. Also, inventory the damaged items. So if there was a fire, you had smoke damage to your clothes and to your furniture, or if there was water damage to your carpet and your furs, your clothes, your bed, take pictures of all the things that are damaged. Do an inventory of those items, right? First, do an inventory of them, take pictures of them, save the damaged items, unless the insurance company tells you to discard them. So if you want the insurance company to pay for something, you don't just go chucking it. You don't throw it away, right? That doesn't make sense. You're like, oh, I had $10,000 of stuff. And the insurance company's like, okay, let's take a look at it. Yeah, I threw it out. It was, well, okay. I guess you don't want to get paid for that then, right? You have to give them the opportunity to inspect the damaged property. So take pictures of it, leave it there, and let them tell you when you can toss it, okay? So don't throw it away and then expect them to pay for it. Save those damaged items. This applies to liability claims too, as far as taking photos. So if someone injures themselves on your premises, you want to take a picture of exactly where it happened, what happened, do a video, and give that information to the claim representative, because that information could be very key in handling and managing your claim. All right. Now, let the insurance company know if it's a repair estimate that is not in line with the estimates that you're receiving. So say if you have a kitchen fire and all the estimates you're getting are saying it's going to cost you $15,000 to repair the kitchen or renovate not renovate, but repair the kitchen. But the insurance company's estimate is only like 12,000, then you need to let them know. So sometimes they'll come back out, or they may say, hey, well, fax us a copy or email us a copy of the estimate so they can take a look at it, and they can issue a supplement. It's no big deal, but you don't want to eat the additional $2,000 or $3,000 they were short on the estimate. Normally they're right in line because, after you've written, insurance companies are very, very, very used to writing estimates. Let's just put it that way. They pay billions of dollars out in damage. So they pretty much know what things cost, the labor and all that kind of stuff. And they often add on overhead and profit. So I've had clients actually email me or contact me where the estimate was higher than what they were having people come in at. And yeah, so that may happen sometimes. But if it's not, then contact them, let them know so they can like issue you a supplement or take a look at those estimates and work that out. You don't want to eat that. That's the purpose of having the insurance, is for them to pay for legitimate claims, right? There you go. Okay. So there you go. That's it for the property for the most part. Okay. Now for life insurance claims, you want to file the claim, of course, as soon as possible. I know a lot of stuff is going on, when someone passes away, so that's understandable. But you want to contact the insurance company. They will send you forms to fill out. They'll collect some information over the phone, probably. They'll get you the forms that need to be completed. And you want to make sure you fill those out as soon as possible so you can get that information back to them. And they're also going to want a certified copy of the death certificate. So you want to make sure you get several copies of the certified copies of the death certificate, because a lot of institutions are going to ask for that. Insurance companies, banks, or financial institutions, they're going to ask for that information when you're going through the process of filing that life insurance claim or doing anything with accounts from a deceased person. So there you go. That's it for the most part on those. So I'm not going to go over all different, that there's long-term care claims, there are disability claims, health insurance claims. Those are mainly contacting the insurance company, filling out the required forms. But the sooner you do it, the better, right? The sooner you do it, the better. So you can get your claim started and you can get closer to settlement or getting paid because you've started the process early and you've given them more information. The sooner you start it, the fresher things are in your mind also, right? So yeah, that's it. That's the advice I would give you as far as that's concerned on how to win when filing insurance claims. So I don't want to repeat it, but you have your auto, your property, the life insurance. Just follow those steps I just went over, and that will help you win as far as timely settlement, a fair settlement, not having your claim denied because you let things go on too long. So let's just make sure we're doing that, okay? And that's it for today's podcast. Filing an insurance claim, how to win. Just make sure we do things timely, we document stuff, we let the insurance company kind of guide and direct us on how to process that claim, okay? Now, recap is a lot of this involves information. Like the more information, the better. So collecting data, whether it's photographs, pictures of the damage or pictures of the scene, videos, witness information, exchanging information with different individuals that were at the scene of the accident or a liability claim. A lot of it involves information. So the more information you have, the better. That's the recap. A takeaway is, hey, insurance is a contract. So insurance companies have to pay what's listed in that contract that's covered. So a lot of people are like, oh, insurance companies don't pay. They don't want to pay. It doesn't matter whether they want to pay or not. It's a contract. And they have to pay based on what's in that contract, unless it says it's not covered. If it's something that's not covered, then you didn't pay a premium for that. So you shouldn't expect them to pay for that. You have to pay a premium for what they're covering. And if you paid a premium for it, have a fire, that's covered. They're going to pay for that. But if something happens that's not covered, like say a flood, your home floods, they're not going to pay for that, right? So there you go. That's a key takeaway. Don't be intimidated by insurance companies because you have a contract with them. Both of you have the contract with each other. You have obligations to them. They have obligations to you. And the claim will get paid and resolved if you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. I want to thank you guys for listening as you do every week. I ask that you forward this podcast to your friends, your family, your church members, your coworkers, your co-entrepreneurs, etc., all across the country. and ask them to do the same. Ask them to forward it to their friends, their family, their coworkers, their acquaintances across the country. So all these podcasts can go viral. I ask that you go to my YouTube channel. All of my podcasts are on YouTube. It's just my name, Ernest Burley Jr. That's the name of my podcast. And click around in there. There are podcasts on a lot of different topics, from infinite banking to real estate, to tax breaks, to buying versus leasing a car versus or buying versus renting a home, to increasing your credit score, to insurance, to mortgages, where you should pay it off early or not. All different types of topics are in there. And also some 1-minute snippets that are kind of quick that address various topics too. So click around in there, subscribe to the channel, and I ask that you ask all of your friends, family members, church members, co-workers, or what have you to subscribe. Go to the channel, subscribe, and click around in there. And I think you'll see some videos that, some podcasts and some 1-minute snippets that you will really love that can help you out. Good, unbiased, clear information to empower you to do things that are in your best interest, okay? If you want to connect with me, very easy to do. You can email me. My email address is ernest@ernestburleyjr.com. It's just my full name at my first name at my full name.com. So Ernest, ERNEST, at ernestburleyjr.com. So Ernest, ERNEST, at ERNESTBURLEYJR.com. Or you can call my firm, 301-262-2600. Again, that's 301-262-2600. Or you can go to my website, ernestburley.com or ernestburleyjr.com, whichever you type in there. I'm all over the internet. Just Google me, like Shaq likes to say, Google me, Chuck. Google me, family. You'll see me out there, Ernest Burley Jr., okay? And that's it for today's podcast. Like I said, I appreciate you listening in. Hopefully it was some good information for you. I know it sounds like a mundane topic, but I'm telling you, follow those steps, because claims, whether you've had them or not, if you haven't had any, they're coming more than likely. And if you have had them, you've understood what I kind of said regarding how you should manage that to come out on the winning end of filing a claim. All right, so I have just my disclosure to read off, since I mentioned the financial services I offer, even though didn't really talk about financial services today. I did mention that I am an investment advisor, NFLPA registered player financial advisor, and all that kind of stuff, okay? So here we go. Burley Insurance and Financial Services Incorporated, 13621 Annapolis Road in Bowie, Maryland, 20720. That's where my firm is located, just outside of Washington, D.C. Even though I have clients all over the country, my firm is located in Bowie, Maryland. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Next Financial Group, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Burley Insurance and Financial Services, Inc. is not an affiliate of Next Financial Group, Inc. This material is not intended as an offer or solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security or other financial instrument. Past performance does not guarantee future performance. All the views expressed are those of Ernest Burley Jr., moi, and Burley Insurance and Financial Services, Inc., and not those of Next Financial Group, Inc. Next Financial Group, Inc. does not provide tax advice. That's my disclosure. That's the podcast for today. Hey, look forward to chatting with y'all next week. You know, we drop these every week at the same time, Tuesday evening. So look out for it next go round. And until then, y'all take care and y'all be safe out there, okay?